If you're running Coolify and all your apps on the same server, this single server setup works, but it's also fragile, harder to scale, and one step away from taking everything down. In this video, I'll show you how to turn that into this one server that only runs Coolify and separate servers that run your different applications. If you already followed my single server Coolify setup video above, this one builds directly on top of it, and at the end of this video, you will understand exactly how to add as many servers as you want to your Coolify setup. Now let's get started. We'll start by accessing our Hetzner dashboard, and on the left side clicking on the Service tab, and then we're going to click on Add here at the top to add a new server. Here you will now find two options: connect to Hetzner server here at the top, which is very Hetzner specific by using Hetzner API tokens. We're not going to do that. We're going to do it the general way here below, which is applicable even if you have another hosting provider such as DigitalOcean and so on. So here we're going to enter the name that we want to name our server, and then the IP address that we're going to get from our hosting provider. And we're going to leave the port as 22, which is the port for SSH, which is what Coolify uses to create and manage our server and applications and so on. And we're going to leave the user as root, which is the default. And then we also need to set up a private and public SSH key pair. I prefer to use a specific key for every server, not reuse the same key. So I'm going to start by doing that. I'm going to go over to the left side here, click on keys and tokens. And here I'm going to click on add, click on generate new ED255, etc. SSH key. This is the algorithm for generating the key. It's a popular one and very secure one. So we're going to go with that. And now we get a private key here, which will be stored and saved by Coolify. You don't have to worry about that. And then you have the public key here, which is what we need to add into our new server manually. So we can copy this while we're here and then click on create or continue. You might want to name your key. I'm gonna just call this DB server key and click on continue. So now we have the private public key pair. I'm going to go back to servers, and here I'm going to click on add again. Let's call this server, I want the server for databases specifically, so I'm going to call it DB server. Leave everything as is, but from here we're now going to select our DB server key that we just created, and now we need to add the IP address of our new server. So now we need to go to our hosting provider and actually create the VPS server. Since I'm using Hetzner, I'm going over to my Hetzner dashboard, and here I'm going to click on add server. I'm going to select one server here. For more details about this, I go over that in my previous video that this builds upon, so you can watch that. And here I'm going to just select an arbitrary server. I'm going to reuse my SSH key that I always use. And that's enough for now. Let's call this DB server. Create them by. So now we get the new server with an IP address. We copy this IP address, go back to Coolify, paste that in here, click on continue. So now the first step is to validate the server here and install Docker Engine. Let's click on that. It says server is not reachable. Okay, now there's one thing here. It said permission denied, public key password. So this is related to the SSH private and public key pair. We have not yet added our public key inside of our new server, so let's go and do that. I'm going to copy the server IP address, and then I'm going to SSH into it. I'm going to do SSH root at IP address. By the way, if you don't know what I'm doing here or how to do this, how to configure SSH between your system and your server, if you want an easier way, you can just go into your dashboard and open up a terminal here. Usually, if you're using another hosting provider as well, they usually offer you a way to open up a terminal from your dashboard. Like this, you can do this in Hetzner, and DigitalOcean and other hosting providers, they have an option to do that as well usually. Now back to my terminal, I'm going to SSH in. Yes. All right, so now I am inside of my new server. I'm going to cd into the SSH directory, ls to list what's inside of here, and you see we have an authorized key file. Now I'm going to open that up with Nano, which is the default editor that is always available in the Ubuntu server. And here you see we already have a key here, which is the key I'm using to connect from my local system to the server. Now we need to add the key for our Coolify server to connect to the server. So let's go back to Coolify here and to keys and tokens. Select that key and copy the public key. Let's go back into the terminal. I'm going to create a new line and paste that key in here. And then we can do Control O, press enter. It now saved the file. You can do Control X and it will now exit the editor. Now we need to reload the SSH service to load this new configuration. To do that, we're going to do system ctl reload SSH service. Now let's go back to Coolify and try to validate the server again. And you can see that it seems to be working this time. We're just gonna have to wait for it to finish. Now that we got the server validated and running, it's time to configure the domains for it. So go over to your domain registrar, to the DNS settings. I'm using Namecheap, so I'm gonna go to my DNS settings in Namecheap. And here we're gonna add a new record, an A record. And this is gonna be the domain specifically for this server. I want this to be for databases, so I want it on the subdomain DB. So I'm just gonna type in DB here. IP address is gonna be the server IP address. Type that in here. I'm gonna set this to 1 minute temporary just to so these settings are applied real quick. Now go back to your Coolify dashboard, and here we're gonna add this new domain here to the server, https db digispruce.cu. We're gonna click on save and restart the proxy to apply these new changes. Now the proxy has restarted and it's up and running again. Now it's time to start installing some apps. Now I want my apps for the server to be under db.digispruce.cu. The first one I'm going to install is Supabase, and I want it to be at supabase.db.digispruce.cu. However, we don't want to go back to Namecheap every time and configure new A records for every new app. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to add a wildcard under db, which will allow us to configure domains for any app under db.digispruce.cu from inside of Coolify without having to go back to our Namecheap dashboard. So first time we go back to Namecheap and add such a record, click on add new record, a record, and we're going to type in an asterisk.db. This means that any domain under db such as supabase.db will be routed to this IP address, which is the same IP address here. Paste that in here, and then the rest will be handled by Coolify. So I'm going to save that, save that. Now let's go back to Coolify here, and we can now start adding our apps. I'm going to add my first app by going over to project on the left side. Select your project or create one. I'm going to select my default project, click on add resource. Here I'm going to search for Supabase. And here you select your server. The local host is the one where you have Coolify installed. This is the one we just created where I want it. So I'm going to select this server. And here now you see we have an automatically generated service name and a domain. Now this should work here out of the box. The reason is that we have added a wildcard domain record in our domain registrar, which makes sure that this subdomain will work out of the box. We can just configure it here inside of Coolify. Now I don't want this one with the gibberish. I want something nicer, so I'm going to remove that and call this Supabase. So it's going to be supabase.db.dgspruce.cu. As for this port here, that is what this Supabase dashboard is running on inside of the Docker container. So we're going to leave that as so. This does not mean that the port is going to be publicly open. It will not. It just means that this domain here will direct to that port inside of Docker. So we're going to save. And here I'm also going to change the service name like so and save. Now let's deploy this application by clicking on deploy here. Now that it has finished deploying, let's exit this window. And we're going to try it out by copying the domain here. Paste it in here. And here we get this no available server error when we can't access it. This should not happen, but I think I know the issue. There is a bug in some Coolify versions. So I'm gonna go and look and see if we can solve this. So go back to your server and click on servers and our new DB server. And here I'm gonna click on proxy, and in the logs, we're supposed to see a message in case this is the issue. Refresh your logs and we can see, what does it say here? Minimum supported API version is 1.44. Please upgrade your client to a newer version. All right, so this is the error I expected. To solve this, we need to SSH into our server. So let's do that. Go back here, copy the IP address, and I'm going to open up a new terminal. SSH root like so. And here we're going to open up a file with nano etc docker daemon JSON. And this file, now we're going to add a line here, just below here, add a comma. Then we're going to paste in this line. Like so. And then save this, Control O. Control X. Now we're going to restart the Docker service. Systemctl restart Docker service. Now let's restart this proxy. All right, the proxy is running and we're no longer getting any errors. It seems we might have solved the issue. Now let's go back and try our application again. And yes, it now worked. So here it asks for the username and password. Go back to projects, my first project, Supabase, and let's take this dashboard user here, paste that in, take the dashboard password, paste that in, and we're in. You can see here that the connection is not secure. If we hadn't had that error, it should be secure. We should have HTTPS here. It will be generated automatically by the traffic proxy of Coolify. So just try again later or restart your whole server and see if that solves the issue. Now, if you want to add more servers like this, you can just repeat the process I showed you here, with the only changes being the domain, the subdomain instead of DB, the other subdomain, another subdomain for new server, and setting up the wildcard domain in Namecheap or in your domain registrar. And then you will have a new server for other kinds of apps. Maybe you want to have AI apps specifically on a server or anything else. So that's it for this video. If you haven't seen the initial Coolify installation video that this is based upon, please watch it above. If you want more Coolify and self-hosting videos, please watch this playlist here on the left side, or yeah, I think it's the left side. Yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.